couple of years ago, our host Silly Billy had an assignment in his English class to analyze movie adaptations of books. What they did well and why. One of those films was The Secret Life of Walter Mitty from 2012. And basically instantly, he found himself fixated on this adaptation for months and even wrote self-inserted fanfiction like what he did for The Middle. But I don't blame that guy because recently I made us rewatch it out of curiosity and I adore it, especially now viewing through the lens of someone in a plural system. There will be spoilers for this film, and please don't take it as a way to view it. It's on Disney Plus, and if you don't have it, there are many ways to watch it fully because piracy is a victimless crime. And also, don't take this too seriously. I just find it interesting how I can see bits of ourselves in plurality in Walter so long after Billy's first introduction to the film. This isn't an in-depth analysis. When Walter was a kid, he was a skater and appeared to be outgoing, very extroverted.
You and your dad?
Is that my tournament one?
He was so proud of this.
But he had to grow up too fast when his father passed away when he was 17, leaving him to look after his sister and mother, working a dead-end job at Papa John's. It's never explained what his father died from, but that isn't the point. It all led up to Walter using daydreams to cope with his trauma and stress since he didn't have any time to do anything else. It made him miss out or even misinterpret on important details in his life. Like near the end of the film where Walter mistakes Cheryl, his crush, to prepare man for her ex-husband, causing him to subconsciously imagine him calling Cheryl honey. And when his mother explains to him that Sean, the guy he's been searching for days, visited her, Walter is very surprised and confused on why she didn't tell him, but she did.
I told you in the produce aisle, I remember that. Oh, maybe you were. Oh, Jessica, what is it you call it when he goes into one of his little places?
Oh, zoned out.
This isn't all black and white though. What motivates Walter into an extremely important decision in his step to find Sean is when he imagines Cheryl singing Space Odyssey. Earlier, Cheryl informs him about the true meaning of the song after noticing their new boss calling him Major Tom at work, which Walter probably didn't even realize or put much thought into it. This encourages him to jump into the nearly taken off helicopter to this ship.
Snack.
Erkig snack?
Yeah.
Daydreaming can have a positive effect on someone, but when it comes to the point where they're missing out on life, that's the problem. A couple of my headmates and I have complained to each other that we cannot fully tell who was fronting at times because we felt like we've spent most of our lives on autopilot. I believe this is also the case for Walter. He's aware that his daydreaming is affecting his life, but because of most of his life has been in dreamland, he cannot stop or even control it until he steps out.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Of course, this is a bit unrealistic. You cannot grow out of your trauma or coping mechanisms you've used since you were a teenager. There are going to be more moments in Walter's life of him daydreaming, but it's not going to have a chokehold on his life as much anymore. Plus, it's better than the scrapped ending of Walter taking off a VR helmet. Yes, that was apparently going to be the original ending. For how perfect this film is, it actually went through development hell. Imagine Jim Carrey and Steven Spielberg working on this movie. Holy moly. I'm so thankful Ben Stiller saved it. He really put his all into every piece of it. Okay, but what the hell does this have to do with plurality? Walter becoming an adult when he was still a snot-nosed kid due to trauma and using his own mind to cope with that fact? That's basically how we became plural. Our host Billy was going through the ringer because of trauma, so he learned Topomancy to cope. Huh? Billy created 3 of us using Topomancy, and that opened up the floodgates to everything else. Headmates we thought were walk-ins turned out to be made because of trauma or stress, including me. Unless I'm the alter that formed, because we were so worried about not knowing who was fronting. Or I'm someone new, although we don't necessarily identify as topogenic anymore. Also, how it's actually shown how Walter is zoning off while somebody is talking to him reminds us a lot of ourselves. We just stare blankly whenever we're figuring out who's fronting or we're having an internal conversation with one of our headmates, or just doing anything really. Billy used to daydream a lot when he was younger. We actually do daydream still, every day even. Ironically, he used to daydream about this movie, but now we often walk around the room listening to music, imagining animatics we want to do. What would it be like if we were successful? Thankfully, we don't mistake our dreams to real life. We just forget a lot. The plot points and revelations and characterizations wrap around back into like the whole plural point I'm trying to make. Also, there's no wrong way to be plural. I know Gen X in the chat. Too long didn't watch. If Walter Mitty was real, he'd probably be plural. Blah.